Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. What's up? Today's video is for all the coffee lovers out there because I'm unboxing one of Amazon's best-selling coffee grinders, the SHARDOR Anti-Static Burr Coffee Grinder. This grinder is all about making your coffee routine easier and better. It's got 51 grind settings, so no matter if you're into espresso, French press, or pour over, you'll get the perfect grind every time. It also has a touchscreen timer to make things super easy. And the best part, anti-static tech that stops coffee dust from flying everywhere. If you've used other grinders, you know the struggle with messy counters, but not with this one. So here's what we're going to do. I'll unbox it, show you everything inside, go over the features, test it out, and give you my honest thoughts. I'll let you know if it's worth grabbing and who I think this grinder is perfect for. Spoiler, if you take your coffee seriously, you'll want to stick around. Let's jump right in. All right, let's dive in and see what we've got inside the box. Okay, first thing we see is the user manual and warranty card right on top. Nothing too exciting here, but definitely useful if you're new to using burr grinders. When lifting up, here's the grinder itself, the SHARDOR Anti-Static Burr Coffee Grinder. This thing is nicely packed to avoid any damage during transportation, which is always good to see. We've got the user manual package. Inside, there's not just the manual, we also get a 2-year warranty card, which is always nice for peace of mind. There's also a quick guide on the control panel instructions, troubleshooting tips, and even a how-to on assembling the portafilter holder, which will come in handy when you're grinding directly into your portafilter. On top of that, the package also comes with a cleaning brush and a metal tool to help remove any beans that might get stuck inside the grinder. These little extras make it easier to maintain the machine and keep it running smoothly. When I first take the cover off to reveal the grinder, my first impression when I take it out is that it feels sturdy. There are some plastic parts combined with a brushed stainless steel finish, which gives it a solid feel and a bit of a premium vibe, though you can still tell there are some plastic components. It's got a good weight to it, which makes it feel sturdy, not flimsy at all. You can tell it's built to last and designed to handle regular use. It's also not just about the looks. The metal body feels durable, which is important since grinders can take a bit of a beating if you're grinding coffee every day. Overall, the grinder feels well built and solid, definitely not like one of those cheap, flimsy products. There's no disappointing plastic feel here, and it's exactly what you want in a coffee grinder if you're serious about your brewing setup. Now let's take a closer look at the grinding chamber, which is also called the ground coffee collected bin. One thing I really love about this design is the anti-static coating. This technology helps keep things mess-free, making your coffee grinding experience much smoother. You won't find coffee grounds flying everywhere, which is a huge plus. It really simplifies cleanup, letting you focus on enjoying your coffee. Inside the ground coffee bin, there's a part called the portafilter cradle. This cradle is designed to hold a 53mm portafilter and helps collect the ground coffee directly into your portafilter. Let me take it out and show you. The ground coffee collected bin is super easy to take out of the grinder. This makes transporting the freshly ground coffee to your coffee machine a snap, so you can brew your espresso without any hassle. Now, installing the cradle into the grinder is pretty easy. You just put it in the rack and you'll hear a click when it's securely installed. There you go. It fits perfectly, allowing you to grind coffee directly into your portafilter without any mess. Now let's see what's inside the bean hopper. You'll find three components in here. First up is the coffee ground residual cleaner. This handy tool helps you keep the hopper clean and free of any leftover coffee grounds, which is super important for maintaining fresh flavors. Next, we have the coffee dosing ring compatible with a 53 mm portafilter. This ring ensures that you're dosing the perfect amount of coffee for your shots, making it easier to get consistent results every time. Also, inside the bean hopper, you'll find the 58 mm portafilter cradle. This cradle is designed to hold a 58 mm portafilter securely, just like the 53 mm one we looked at earlier. Having both sizes included is super handy because it gives you the flexibility to switch between different portafilters depending on what you're brewing. The cradle is lightweight and easy to install, just like the 53 mm version. It fits snugly into the grinder, making it simple to grind directly into your larger portafilters without any mess. The grinder also lets you adjust the grinding level to control how fine or coarse your coffee grounds are. This is super useful because it allows you to dial in the perfect grind for whatever brewing method you're using, whether it's espresso, French press, or pour over. Scene, you turn the adjustment dial in a circular motion. And check this out, adjusting it is really smooth. You just turn the dial in a circle and it clicks nicely into each setting. It's simple, precise, and makes it easy to experiment with different grind sizes until you find what works best for your coffee. All right, let's check out the bean hopper. This part is super easy to take out for cleaning. Just push the unlocking button and it releases smoothly. I really like how this mechanism makes it so effortless to remove the hopper from the grinder. Once the hopper is off, you'll see the hard-wearing Burr coffee grinder underneath. It's built with durable 40 mm stainless steel conical burrs. These burrs are designed to minimize grinding heat, which helps protect the essential oils in your coffee beans. That way, you get consistent, uniform grounds and the best possible flavor extraction for your brew. When it's time to put the bean hopper back after cleaning, it's super simple. Just place the hopper into the grinder and turn it toward the lock sign. You'll feel it click into place securely. The whole process is smooth and easy. Now it's time to put this grinder to the test. As an espresso lover, I'm really excited to see how well it performs, especially how precise the grind level is for espresso and how consistent the grounds are for brewing. Let's dive into testing and find out if it lives up to the expectations. Let's put the grinder to the test and see how it performs. First thing I noticed, the power cord is a bit short, so you'll want to make sure your outlet is close by. In my case, I had to use an extension cord to get it plugged in. When it turns on, you'll hear a sound, letting you know it's ready to go. Thanks to the bean hopper design, it's really easy to pour the coffee beans in without any spills. If there's already a grounds bin inside, the display will automatically switch to the cup option without you needing to do anything. You can adjust the number of cups with the plus or minus buttons, and the cool part is that these buttons have a nice touch interface with sound feedback, so you know the input registered. If you don't want to use the cup setting, you can switch to seconds mode by tapping the settings button. This is great if you prefer to control the grinding time manually. Once you've set the cup or time preference, you can adjust the grind level to your liking. For this test, I'll set it to the finest grind since I'll be making espresso. After setting the desired grinding level, you just press the start button and the grinder will take care of the rest, grinding the beans exactly according to your settings. If you find that 1 cup of coffee isn't enough, you can easily adjust the number of cups by using the plus or minus buttons. I'll set it to 5 cups to see how it works with a larger batch. Once you're ready, just press the start button and it'll begin grinding the beans according to your settings. The motor kicks in smoothly and you can hear it working away. If at any point you need to stop the grinding, maybe you changed your mind or noticed something, just press the stop button and the grinder will immediately pause. All right, the grinding's done. Let's take out the ground bin and see what we've got. To get a clearer look, I'll pour the grounds onto this piece of paper. And there it is. The result is exactly what I was hoping for. Nice and fine, just right for espresso. The grind looks consistent throughout, no big chunks or clumps, which is exactly what you want for an even extraction. The ground bin also does what it promises. The anti-static coating works really well. There's no coffee dust stuck to the sides, and everything pours out easily without any mess. I love that it keeps things clean and hassle-free, so I don't have to deal with extra cleaning every time I grind coffee. Next, I'm going to test the portafilter mode with the SHARDOR grinder and see how it works. Installing the portafilter cradle is really straightforward and easy. You just slide it in and it clicks securely into place. Once the cradle is installed, the grinder immediately switches to portafilter mode, and you'll see the portafilter icon pop up on the screen. The default grind time is 8 seconds, but you can adjust it if needed. For this test, I'll increase the grind time to 10 seconds to see how well it handles. Now I'll use the portafilter from my Breville Barista espresso machine and insert it directly into the grinder. It fits perfectly, and once it's in place, the grinder automatically starts grinding without needing to press any buttons. Super convenient. Okay, let's take the portafilter out and check out the results. The grind looks fresh and consistent, just the way I like it for espresso. In summary, I really love using the portafilter mode on this grinder. It's so convenient. You insert, grind, and brew in one seamless process, giving you freshly ground coffee right before extraction. It saves time and makes the whole brewing experience feel smooth and efficient. Now that I've finished grinding with the SHARDOR grinder, it's time to brew the coffee using my espresso machine. I'll be using the portafilter from the Breville Barista espresso machine, which already has the freshly ground coffee from the SHARDOR grinder. Let's go ahead and turn on the espresso machine and give it a moment to heat up. Once it's ready, I'll insert the portafilter filled with the fresh coffee grounds we just prepared using the SHARDOR grinder and lock it securely into place. It fits perfectly, which is always nice to see when switching between grinders and espresso machines. Now we'll see how the coffee extracts and how well the SHARDOR grinder handled the job. A good espresso shot depends a lot on having a precise grind size, so I'm excited to see if the SHARDOR grinder gave us the consistency we need for a smooth extraction and rich flavor. Let's get brewing. As the coffee starts to extract, take a look at the pressure bar on the machine. You can see it rising into the optimal range for espresso. This tells me that the grind level is perfect for espresso, right where it needs to be. I adjusted the grinder to a fine espresso grind, and it's great to see the pressure dial land exactly in the recommended espresso zone, just what I was hoping for. Look at that, the espresso is pouring nicely, with a good flow rate. This tells me the grind size is consistent, which helps get that perfect shot. All right, the brewing is done. Let's take out the cup and see the result. Look at this. The espresso looks rich and dark with a beautiful creamy layer of crema on top. It smells amazing too. The aroma is exactly what you expect from freshly ground beans. In summary, the SHARDOR grinder really did a great job. The grind consistency was spot on, and it made it easy to get the right extraction with the espresso machine. If you love making espresso at home, having freshly ground coffee makes a huge difference. And with the SHARDOR grinder, you can dial in the exact grind you need for a perfect shot every time. To wrap things up, that's my unboxing and testing of the SHARDOR anti-static Burr coffee grinder. Overall, it's a solid grinder that does exactly what you'd expect, especially if you're an espresso lover like me. The grind consistency is great, the anti-static feature keeps everything mess-free, and the portafilter mode makes brewing espresso super convenient. If you're looking for a reliable grinder to upgrade your coffee setup, I definitely recommend checking this one out. I've left the product link below if you're interested, so feel free to take a look. If you enjoyed this video, please support me. Support me by liking, subscribing, and leaving a comment. It really helps the channel grow. Really, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next unboxing and testing video.